A fine Thursday morning to you, my fellow crypto-weary listeners. This is PB, your host. Let's dive into the big news. Bitcoin's back to 81.5K, baby, after Donald Trump waved his magic tariff wand and announced a 90-day pause on those pesky tariffs. The broader crypto markets feeling the love too. Market caps climbed to $2.59 trillion, up 6%. Not too shabby. The 24-hour volume? A juicy $150.2 billion, up 10%. Bitcoin still flexing its dominance at 62.6%. As for the Fear and Greed Index, yesterday we were wallowing at a pitiful 15. But today, we've clawed our way back to 25. Still in fear land, but at least we're peeking out from the covers now. For Alt's performance, the top winners are Fartcoin, UX Link, Onyx Coin, and Status. The biggest losers are Zcash, Quark Chain, Tutorial, and Test. It's time to zoom out and go macro. The CPI, that sacred number the Fed obsesses over, actually dropped in March. After months of sticky inflation that's had us all clutching our gold like it's the last lifeboat on the Titanic, prices took a breather. What's driving this? Energy prices. Gasoline took a 4.5% nosedive after a 1.9% drop in February, and that's dragging the whole energy index down 2.2%. Shelter costs, rents, and all that jazz ease up too, inching up just 0.2% after a 0.4% climb the month before. Food prices? Flat at 0.1%, with groceries basically unchanged. The markets went wild, stocks soared. The S&P 500 had its biggest one-day gain since 2008, and traders are now pricing a Fed rate cut soon. Trump also paused his tariffs. 90 days for everyone except China. This gave the market a shot of hopium, and crypto's riding that wave too. But there are dark clouds on the horizon. Trump's still doubling down on Chinese tariffs, jacking them up to 125%, while Beijing's retaliating with 84% on U.S. goods. That's a trade war stew simmering, and it's going to hit prices eventually. Let's dive into the latest crypto news to chew on. Yesterday, the U.S. Senate gave the green light to Paul Atkins as the new head honcho of the SEC. President Trump's signature is all that's left before he's sworn in. Who's Atkins? He's a former SEC commissioner from the Bush era, a Wall Street vet, and a bona fide crypto bro. He's been co-chairing the Token Alliance, a pro-digital asset crew, and word on the street is he's ready to bring some sanity to the wild west of crypto regulation. Atkins has promised to make a firm regulatory foundation for digital assets a top priority, which sounds like music to the ears of anyone who's been begging for clarity since the days of Silk Road. Think less regulation by enforcement and more. Let's actually figure this out. The Senate Banking Committee Chair, Tim Scott, was practically doing cartwheels, saying Atkins will ensure our markets remain the envy of the world. Next story. Tokenized gold has hit a trading volume of $1 billion this week. That's the highest it's been since March 2023, when the U.S. banking system had its little Silicon Valley Bank and Silvergate meltdown. Why the surge? Trump's latest tariff tantrum has got investors spooked. Global trade war vibes are sending folks running to safe haven assets. And tokenized gold, with its promise of blockchain transparency and physical backing, is eating up that flight to safety cash like it's a buffet. Physical gold been on a tear too, hitting an all-time high above $3,100 per ounce. Makes sense, since tariffs jack up costs and inflation still lurking like that X you can't shake. But here's the rub. I've seen safe haven hype before, and it's usually just a pit stop before the next crash. Plus, let's not pretend this is some trustless utopia. Those gold tokens rely on custodians, and I've got trust issues with centralized exchanges since last cycle. Last story. China and Russia, those BRICS bad boys, are reportedly settling energy deals with Bitcoin, sidestepping the US dollar like it's a third-rate stablecoin. VanEck's Matthew Siegel dropped his bombshell, saying it's not just theoretical anymore. BTC's getting real-world mileage in oil and gas trades. Trump's tariff tango has Beijing and Moscow doubling down on this BTC bypass, flipping the bird to swift and the dollar's chokehold. Bitcoin's the OG crypto after all. No banks, no middlemen, just pure, censorship-resistant peer-to-peer value transfer. Russia's oil barons are swapping yuan for BTC via offshore accounts, then flipping it to rubles, while China's quietly nodding along, despite their crypto ban at home. It's like watching two kids sneak candy past a teacher, except the candy's worth billions and the teacher's Uncle Sam. Now, we're pivoting to some DeFi-flavored news. Binance has cooked up something called LDUSDT. What is it? Imagine take your USDT from their simple earn flexible products, where it's been sitting pretty earning you some modest APR, and you swap it for this newfangled LDUSDT. Here's the magic trick. You can use it as margin to trade futures on Binance platform and keep raking in those real-time APR rewards at the same rate. It's like getting paid to eat your cake and gamble with it too. It's dropping later this month, and Binance is hyping it as a capital efficiency play. The details? If you're in Simple Earn, you can flip your USDT to LDUSDT, and it zips straight to your futures wallet for multi-asset mode trading. Think perpetual futures with side of passive income. Binance claims the APR updates every minute and won't ever dip below zero, thanks to some reserve fund wizardry. But it's not a stable coin, it's a crypto asset that's still tied to their ecosystem. So watch out for depegged when market tanks. Next story. Magic Eden just snatched up Slingshot, a mobile-first crypto trading app that's been making waves with its cross-chain swagger. This move's got Magic Eden flexing beyond its NFT roots, aiming to be your one-stop shop for trading everything from meme coins to Bitcoin-native tokens. Slingshot's big sell? It lets you swap over 8 million tokens across multiple blockchains without the headache of bridging or juggling wallets. Just one universal USDC balance, and boom, you're in. Look, I'll give Magic Eden props. This is a slick pivot. NFT volumes have been flatter than a rug-pulled shitcoin lately, so branching into token trading makes sense. Slingshot's got nearly 1 million users and a rep for making DeFi less of a tech nerd's fever dream. Sign up with email, trade across chains, no bridges, no gas token drama. It's like they took the best of DEX and sprinkled some sex polish on it. Last story. Synthetix's SUSD, the native stablecoin of the DeFi protocol that's been around since the yield farming glory days, has taken a nosedive to 83 cents, its lowest point in 5 years. This isn't a one-off. SUSD's been wobbling like a drunk uncle at a wedding since January, and now it's officially in the gutter. Synthetix founder Kane Warwick's chiming in, saying it's a pure crypto-collateralized stablecoin. So the peg can drift, but don't worry, there's mechanisms to fix it. Sure, Kane. Tell that to the folks watching their dollar dreams evaporate. How the mighty have fallen. Synthetix was once the DeFi darling, and now its stablecoin's a punchline. A stablecoin that can't hold $1? That's not a feature, it's a bug. And I've seen enough mechanisms fail to trust this one. Sure, it's collateralized by SNX and ETH, but when the market spooked, that's just fancy wallpaper on a sinking ship. DeFi got bigger fish to fry. SUSD's depegged feels like a relic of a bygone era, getting crushed by the new wave of treasury-backed stablecoins. For the airdrop, we got Whirl protocol on base. Whirl is pitching a stablecoin that's not really stable. Whirl token got this tunnel cost gimmick, where its floor price ticks up every 3 days, backed by an ETH treasury that's supposed to keep it from cratering. Think of it like a stablecoin in puberty. It doesn't want to stay pegged at $1. It wants to grow up, maybe hit $1.50 later. They're saying this protects against sell-offs. There's no official airdrop yet, but Whirl's got this mining game going where you can earn Whirl tokens. Solo or in pools. You stake your ETH on base, join the party, and maybe rack up enough points to snag something if they ever hint at that airdrop. That's all I got for you this Thursday. This is PB, signing off.